This isn't exactly my idea of a race car, but that's exactly what it was in 1963, the 427 Galaxie. Now, there were two forms of racing that was really popular back then. One was the drag racing, the other was NASCAR. In drag racing, it was really getting its butt kicked by the Catalinas, the lightweight cars, and the Max Wedge cars. But in NASCAR, it was kicking everyone else's butt. And what this car had was the 427. It was a bored-out 406, but it made good, reliable horsepower right up to 6,000 RPM, and it cleaned up in NASCAR. Back in '63, there was a whole bunch of engine options you could get as well. You could get the 6-cylinder, a 260, 289, 352, 390, 427, and in this one here, the 427 4¼ horse car. Not only could you get a whole bunch of different engines, you could actually get a whole bunch of different body styles. You could get the regular Galaxie, the XL 500, you could get the notchback, the sports roof, the convertible, even a wagon, even a country Squire if you wanted it. Those were the days where you went through the brochure and you just ticked off what you wanted. But the best part and what makes this a dream car is obviously the motor. So let's get behind the wheel and take it for a spin. The 427 2.4-barrel, 4¼ horse Galaxie was probably the ultimate back then for this sort of car. Now, it had 11.5 compression, had steel cranks, steel rods, the crossbolt mains, which made it really tough motor, which made it good for drag racing, good for NASCAR. Had an aluminum intake. Now, when you ordered the 427, you also got a 4-speed, a 9-inch rear end, heavy-duty brakes, heavy-duty suspension. You got an upgraded drive shaft and upgraded U-joints. All that put together made a really nice little package that you could also go to the drag strip, you could go and have some fun, and you could just have a nice cruiser too. So you can see the interior of this car, really nice car to drive around in. There's plenty of room in the car. These cars are not bullets by today's standards, you can't compare it to that, but I mean they made a lot of torque. They made probably 485 foot-pounds of torque, they made really good horsepower. They're a real fun car to drive. Handling, especially this car with the bias ply tires, the handling wasn't really great, and it was a big, heavy car. It weighed probably about 3,700 pounds. The car overall is very drivable today. The only thing you'd probably have to do is, if you're going to drive it a fair bit, is change the compression ratio, or you're going to have to run some really good fuel. That's going to be an issue with one of these. With the 4-wheel drum brakes, braking in a 3,700 pound car, braking is not good. Leave yourself lots of room. The new style Galaxie with the fastback or the sports roof was a winner for Ford that year. Not only did they win 23 NASCAR events that year, the top 5 finishing cars at Daytona were Galaxies. Now, the beauty of this car is the history and the quality of the restoration. So let's have a look at that. What a fun car to drive. It even turns a tire pretty good, for quite a distance too. Now, the restoration on this car was done about 10 years ago, but still exceptional. The paint on it, very, very nice. Painted properly in the door jambs, obviously painted properly underneath, a true ground-up restoration. Body on the car, nice rust-free car to start with. The engine bay, it was detailed 10 years ago, starting to show a little bit of age, but still very, very nice. The interior, new upholstery, new carpets, original trim around the dash, original door panels. These pieces are hard to find for a Galaxie. It's not like a Mustang where you can buy everything new. Some of the moldings and trim, great original pieces again. Same with the grille. Bumpers front and rear, they've been replated. Nice set of original style tires on the car. We used up a little bit of it, but still a good set of tires. And this car runs and drives as good as it looks. This sort of restoration on this quality of car, gotta bring somewhere around $35,000.